Cruising on 7, brought to you by...
With locations in Saskatchewan, Alberta, and Manitoba, the Capital Auto Group has over 2,500 vehicles to choose from. We take pride in customer service and we don't work on commission. Get your next classic from Capital.
Here with Nadia Bobchuk, and we're at the Saskatchewan Ford Mercury Show and Shine at the A&W on Avonhurst. So Nadia, tell us about your car. What have you got?
We got that car 10 years ago.
10 years ago?
And just first year we driving.
This is the first year?
Yes.
Oh, it's beautiful. So this is a 58 Buick?
Yes, 58 and special. Let's say that.
Oh, nice. So who's your partner? Who's with you?
Another guy here standing here.
Another guy standing here. So you guys got what? So what have you got? You got the Texaco sign on. Where did that come from?
That's we have a gift from friends.
Oh.
Yes.
And you got the hat too.
Yes. Would you like to try?
Oh, sure. Why not, Nadia? Why not?
Okay.
Let's see if that works.
Wow! Look at that, handsome.
Nadia, thank you. It looks better on you than me.
Yes, thanks.
So who's with you here? Come on over here.
My husband, Greg.
What's your husband's name?
Greg Mackey.
Hi, Greg.
Hi, how are you doing?
Hi, good, Greg. So tell us a little bit about this car. Where you got it from?
58 Buick Special. Purchased it out of Stony Plain, Alberta about 10 years ago. I think it originated out of Waseca, and it's kind of bounced back and forth from Saskatchewan and Alberta. Can't confirm it, but everyone, the rumor is that Stu Hart used to own this car at one time, and his wrestlers used to go in the Calgary Stampede Parade.
This is a Stu Hart wrestling car.
That's right. So he used to sit all the wrestlers around the convertible and go in the parade, and good promotion for him.
Oh my God, I love Stu Hart. Yeah, he's got the good moves, good wrestling moves. So what do you think, Nadia? Did you guys work on it together?
Yes, we did, and we're doing now another one Buick 58 four doors.
58 four-door. Are you a Buick man?
Just the opportunity came, and at least the parts are interchangeable, so you can't lose on it really. So what you have left over for this, you can put with that, and so it worked out well.
Well, let's walk around here a little bit and have a look at it here. So, oh my God, look at the front end on that puppy. Holy smokes, there's no problem with that, huh?
No, but if anyone wants to volunteer and come help clean it, I'm open for offers any night.
I can see you've been driving a little bit. You got a little bit of bug juice on there, right?
It's a long trip from Mydale here. You go through.
Is that where you are?
Yeah, we're out of Mydale.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. And you came down just for this show today?
Just for the show today. It's A&W. It's the last one, so we thought we better show up for it.
Oh, fantastic. What do you do down in Mydale?
I work with Connexus Credit Union.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
You're a banker?
Banker, work in the commercial banking, so always busy.
Yeah. So the Texaco theme, was that just some friends decided that you guys, or did you have a special love for Texaco?
Well, just, they gave us a little bit, and we've acquired more, and we have, Shell and Hess and Mobil and, whatever else oil companies we can come up with. A little later on, we've got a A&W waitress outfit as well from the 60s that doesn't quite fit me, so I guess Nadia has to wear that one. So
Nadia came all the way from Ukraine. She ended up in Mydale, huh?
Oh, no, that was 22 years ago.
22
20 years.
Oh, cool.
Next time I'm going to bring my violin. I'll play for you some nice melodies.
Oh, I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. Well, let's walk around and look inside the interior here a little bit. So what did you all, when you got the car, what did you have to do to it?
Well, when we got it, it was basically in primer. The person had it all stripped down. He'd already bought the interior. We had to do the chroming, but he had all the pieces.
Okay.
He had the carpet. The interior was done, so we kind of got stuck. We had to go black or red, and we went red instead. So
what's the color of that? What do they call that color? Do you know?
It's a fire red. It's a 2005 Ford color, actually.
Okay.
It's not an original color. The car was originally black, so.
Oh, that's okay. I love it in this color.
Yeah, it looks good. When we first did it, we weren't sure what it was going to turn out out to be like, but as we put more and more chrome on, got more and more pieces together, it started coming together really nicely. So
So when you got the chrome, did you have any dents or scratches in it? Did you have to get some of that chrome redone?
well, it's all the chroming's been replated.
Oh, who did that for you?
It was out of Edmonton, chroming out of Edmonton. The rest of it was polished up. So
Some of it's stainless steel and...
yeah, the stuff on the side, that just was polished.
Yeah,
So it's
very
basically the bumpers, the taillights. The taillights are great. They're really nice.
Let's have a look at those.
Sure.
Oh, I love your stereo in here too. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's cool. This is a real cruising car. Let's have a look. Oh, this is the best part of these Buicks is all this stainless steel along here.
Yeah. It's hard to come by. They don't make this anymore, so you have to pick up the extra pieces as you can. Like all the cars here, you're always looking for that spare part just in case.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So it's a '58 Buick Special.
Right.
Where does the gas fuel up?
Right in the back here in the bumper.
Oh, in the bumper. Oh, yeah, I love that. General Motors had all these ideas about trying to hide gas things and sort of build them into the car.
Yeah,
Especially in the 50s, that's where they really love to do it.
Yeah, it's a challenge getting the nozzle in there, kind of a thing. But at least it's not in the taillight. That'd
Have
be
you
a
done
bit
the
of
trunk and everything inside?
Yeah, the trunk's done too.
Oh, let's have a look at it. Pop her open. Yeah, go ahead.
It's a little messy.
Oh, it's a little messy. Well, you got all your stuff in there. That's okay. Oh, you did a nice job of that. It's all clean. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Spare tire, original spare tire as well.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's wheel around to the front and have a look at the engine there, if you can crack open. How's that look?
Looks good.
Oh, let's see. You know, I have a real soft spot. I had a tin model of one of these. I bought it at the Eaton store. Yeah, there it is. There it is, yeah. Oh.
There you go. So 364 nail head.
Okay. What do they call a nail head again? What's that?
It just says flat on top instead of rounded. So it's a 2-barrel carburetor, so we're in around the 230, 240 horsepower, likely in that area.
Does it haul pretty good down the highway?
It goes pretty good, yeah. There's, tell you, when you're in that 40, 50 mile an hour range, it kind of wants to get going on you, so
Yeah, kind of jumps ahead. Well, you really did the nice engine compartment, bay compartment. I love this. Look at all this little detail of chrome that a guy has to fool around with.
Yeah, like you say, anytime you want to come help me clean those, just come on by.
So you bought it in Alberta, and you've been working on it for how long?
Well, it took about a 10-year, on and off kind of a thing in between projects. A really good friend, Bev Sousis, and his wife Darlene out of North Battleford did the work for me. I'm not very mechanical, so they've done 4 or 5 of these, so they're pretty handy.
They did the whole build kind of thing for you. Is that what you're saying?
They did the build and took charge of the like the paint and the body work. They had people do it that they trusted. So
in North Battleford.
In North Battleford.
Well, it sure came out. It's a beauty, and you don't see a '58 Buick Special convertible very often.
No, there are not too many around. We have fun, and we love showing it around, talking about it to people, and same with the oil stuff. It's what you're for.
Very cool. We'll have to hear your Nadia play the violin next time. So
Yes, I will.
you play the violin for us next time?
Yes, I will. Yes, and the 60s music something.
Okay, we're here with Michael Hardy. He's a Napa representative, works on the counter in Regina here, Michael? I do, yeah. So tell us, what are you guys doing here a little bit, and what do you got?
Well, we are sponsor of the car show today, so we're coming down. We're giving away some prizes, and come down, fill out a ballot, put your name in. We got some pretty cool stuff.
What have you got here? Let's walk through it a little bit.
We got a smoker over here.
A smoker?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I thought maybe that was somebody standing there smoking a cigarette.
No, not today. Not allowed to. And then we got.
So is that a wood smoker?
Yeah, it's a wood smoker, like smoked ribs, sausage, whatever you want.
You're giving that away?
Yeah.
What do we have to do to get it?
Fill your name out.
So what else you got you're giving away?
Some hats, some toys. We got a cooler, tools, stickers for the kids.
Oh, sweet, man. I love it. I love this car here. Is that electric?
No, it's just a car that makes noises.
You can run around, ride it. You got this is helmet.
It's actually not part of the giveaway, but this is, I don't know.
Sort of a Napa helmet.
Stereo system thing, yeah.
Oh, really? That's a stereo. Yeah. Oh, very cool.
Little CD player out the front. It's nice.
So you guys had fun with the Saskatchewan Mercury Club. Has been a good partnership for you guys?
Yeah, this is our second year, I do believe we came out. We were here last year. Little spot here too, and this year I think we have twice as many prizes. It's a big turnout. It's good.
Oh, good. Introduce us to your buds here.
This is Randy. He works in shipping and receiving.
Okay, hi Randy.
And this is my stepson, Cal. He just came to help out today.
Hi, stepson Cal. That's good. Well, thanks for joining us on Cruising on 7, and thanks for sharing us the wonderful toys.
Thanks for having us here.
So I'm here with Norm Clark, and he's got a 2016 Ford Focus, and you say Cobb Edition. Now, what does that mean?
Cobb is out of the States. It's out of Texas. They make high-performance parts for various vehicles, Subaru, Renault, and of course the Ford Focus. And they can take a Ford Focus engine from 252 horsepower and zoop it up to 429.
Well, what has this one got in it?
For normal drive, 350, and if I wanted to race it, I could zoop it up to 429.
So you're driving around the street with a Ford Focus that's got 350 horsepower in it.
Yeah, the minimum.
Right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
People do not see you coming then.
No, they don't. Most of these Mustangs are running about that too.
Yeah, I know, but this is a lot smaller car, and and it says ST on it. What's that's the model?
That's a street tuner. That's a racing class. Continental Tire.
Okay.
Yeah. So street tuner class usually 252 up to around 300, but this is way over that. So
okay, Cobb Racing. Now tell us a little bit about them. Who are they?
They're out of Austin, Texas. Colonel Parker, I believe, is a young gentleman who owns Cobb.
Sounds like Elvis Presley's businessman.
Yeah, probably is. The gentleman, though, is a master at tuning engines.
Okay.
And especially smaller engines. They tune
That's
small
his forte.
engines.
Is this a four-banger in here?
Yes, it is only 2 liter.
Wow, and he's getting 350 out of this one right now.
Yes, and if you go to some of the Subarus, they're running like 5-inch turbos. They're running up to 900 horsepower.
Huh?
Yeah.
900 horsepower.
Yes.
Oh my God, just a four-wheel, all-wheel drive turbo that would rip the wheels right off it.
Corvettes don't like us.
Corvettes don't. I drive a Corvette.
You wouldn't like me.
You wouldn't like. It's only got, mine doesn't have that many horsepower. So tell us a little bit. Do you have any idea what they've all done in here?
Yes, they've done everything from the air intake all the way through engine parts, 4-inch turbo, specialized tune exhaust. It's also got specialized handling. It's got computer-controlled hydraulics, so that when you go into the corner, it drops the car into the corner.
Oh, really? Kind of like a kneeling thing kind of thing?
Well, it's like high-speed trains in Europe, where the cars drop. So I'll go around and interchange easily at 120, 140.
Oh, so this is like almost like a super rally car in a way, in some ways.
It's a Continental Tire car, yeah.
Oh, when you say Continental Tire, what does that mean?
Well, that's the road racing version.
Okay.
The Rally Sport version is the RS.
Okay.
That's the one everybody that likes, that four-wheel drive, because they think they can drift in it. But if you want to race, this is the one to have.
This is the car.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit of how you got this car.
My wife told me on the day I got my OAS,
Oh, your OAS, yeah.
I should go out and get a new car because I had an older Orlando vehicle. And so I went down to Capitol. They had just pulled this one out, And my wife, she's not into this kind of car.
No.
And that's okay with me because, like I told the salesman, I'm sure going to miss her. No, I love my wife dearly, but I love my car too.
Yeah.
So
she said you got your OAS check, you should buy yourself something, a toy.
I came home with this.
What does she think?
Well, she says, I guess I'll have to keep you.
Have to keep you?
I'm a keeper.
I'm a keeper. Very good.
So,
anything special in the interior, or is it all stock?
No, everything is stocked. It came from Ford this way. It's not modified one bit. Ford designed and built this car as a one-off.
As a one-off.
It's a concept car. If you look in the back, it's even got the concept stripe on it.
Concept stripe. Very good.
So Mike Miller and Darren over at Capitol Ford, got to thank them very much for this one of a kind, because I'll tell you, I had one of these when I was a kid, A Cortina GT.
Oh, yeah.
This is on steroids.
Oh.
It's a beautiful car.
Capitol treated you pretty good?
Very good. I'm very happy with them. Their service is great. any little thing I have a question of, they're right there immediately to help out.
Man.
So, but I bought the car for show, not for race.
Yeah, you've never stepped on it. You don't know what it does.
I do know a little bit of what it does, but not full power. No. It's way beyond what the average person can handle.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a privilege to drive something like this.
Well, congratulations. I'm glad that the government of Canada was able to help you out with a new car.
Thank you, Mr. Trudeau.
I'm here with Gord Green, and he's the president of the Saskatchewan Ford Mercury Club. Did I get that right?
You got that right. You bet.
So tell us a little bit about your show and shine today, what you guys are trying to do here.
Okay, this is our final show of the season, number 3. And it's an important show because this is the one we do our draws for our major prize donations. We've been selling tickets on those all year, and very gracious for the sponsorship of those. Tickets revenue goes to support the JDRF Foundation. So, yeah, being our last show, we'll be able to kind of sit back and relax and enjoy the other shows for the rest of the year.
You guys had a pretty good summer. You've been out to a lot of different car shows and cleaned up pretty good at some of these shows.
You know, we were at, our club was at Watrous last weekend,
Yes.
and we had 43 vehicles. We took the most vehicle per car club prize home with us. Proceeds as well again for JDRF.
How many members do you have now, Gordon?
96, we might have 97 now, or in around there, yeah.
And it's not just a Mustang club.
No, it's a lot of people think the Sask Ford M or S is Mustang. It's Sask Ford Mercury, but we welcome all Ford vehicles.
And to prove a point, we're standing right in front of your vehicle.
Correct. Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about that for a sec.
Okay.
What do we
This is a 1956 Ford Thunderbird.
Lovely car.
Thank you. It's a 3-speed standard with overdrive, so there weren't that many of those. It's got the 312 optional engine in it, and I did a rebuild on it a few years back, and we did a 60 thou overbore, so it's got a little more pep than original. But the vehicle is an older restoration vehicle, and yeah, it's just a really fun driver. Really great to drive.
Ron, it was Ron Isaac we've got here. You've got a 57 Chevy 4-door sedan, but this is a Bel Air?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's a little bumper up model, that kind of thing, huh?
Yeah, it's a higher end of the Chevy.
So tell us a little bit about the car. Where did you find it?
I found it out of Winnipeg.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
Yeah, a guy had it on the internet for sale, and I was looking for one, and I did some tracking on it, and yeah, he whittled them down and went to Winnipeg, looked at it one weekend. Next weekend I picked it up.
So what did you have to do with it?
Polish it.
Really? It was ready to go.
That was just the way I got it. I added a few things, not much. The air filter I added.
Okay.
That's an oil bath, the old style.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a complete oil bath, it's missing the oil
Do you
bath.
think that's the original engine in it?
It is.
It is?
It is. It
Well,
matches up. Serial numbers matches.
This is a numbers matching car then?
Yeah.
So is it 3 in the tree?
No, it's a 2-speed power glide.
2-speed power glide?
Yeah, that's
That was fancy for those days.
well, automatic was.
Yeah.
Some come with the 4-door hardtops come with the 3-speed power glide.
3-speed power
Yeah.
glide. So what's the carburetor on there? What have you got there?
It's a Carter 1956. I think it's the original carburetor. I'm thinking it's the tags. See, GM, when they built the cars, they coded everything. There's codes on the intake, codes on the heads, so you can track down casting codes when everything was manufactured and made.
Okay.
GM did that with all their vehicles back then.
Oh.
So the Carter carburetor is a 1956. End of October 56 that was made.
Oh, so you did some checking on the numbers?
Oh yeah.
What else did you check out on the car?
Well, the generator is a 57, but it's not the original.
Okay. It's a generator too.
Yeah, it's generator.
Yeah.
So it's not an original generator. It's not original water pump.
Okay.
The heads are original. The engine's original. The rear end's original. Transmission is a January 57, but this came out in October because I got the.
You did a lot of checking on the numbers here.
Oh yeah, I always want to see what I had for the vehicle. So. Yeah.
So when we look in the interior, what do you think the guy had to do to the interior? Is this is not?
So I'm assuming it's being replaced, but this is the same stuff you can buy from Dan Chuck and those guys.
Dan Chuck has that.
Oh yeah. Well, parts I can get parts in 3 days.
Really? Yeah, I know. I was looking at my front seat. It's done.
Yeah. So I think that it's being done. One upholstery guy said it wasn't, but I think the seating is being redone because 60 years is not going to look like that unless you had it sitting. So,
how many miles are on the car? Do you know?
Well, it says 129,000.
Let's look at the back here. You got a Continental kit on it. And it's got the extra nice chrome along the side here. That's stainless. Was this added on after?
Yeah, he added that on.
That's really nice.
Yeah, they did come with the options. They did come with it.
Okay. Well, you could get
Yeah. Oh yeah. 57 Chevy had a lot of options. Matter of fact, 57 Chevy was the first year they come up with tubeless tires.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tubes. That's right. I remember.
So they're tubeless tires. So 57 was the first year for tubeless tires.
Jeez.
And so he added this on.
That's nice though. It's really turned out.
Yeah,
Did he have it painted? Do you bought it painted as it is?
As is. I just polished it.
I love this. I love this stainless along here that they have here in the Bel Air and the 57. You don't get that in the 56. That extra.
No, you don't. But they change it every year on. It's like I said. It's.
I think this was the most popular selling car they ever built was a 57 Chevy. In that genre, I'm not sure.
Close, yeah.
Yeah.
But that year, the 57 Ford also sold the 57 Chevy.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, I was reading up on a lot of it because they had tubeless tires and nobody wanted to buy a car with tubeless tires. There's something new out.
Oh, this is a bit of gold leaf on the.
That's original.
And that's original too. That gold on the.
Because I had them off. The other one was from Dan Chuck. They had that.
Okay, so that's original too.
Well, that seems original as I think it is.
Yeah.
You never know. Somebody can replace it down the road and with the auto record.
There's the old truck there with the rubber and everything, the jack and the whole thing. Oh.
Yeah, the spare tire goes in there, but I got nothing for the spare tire, so.
Yeah, no, exactly. Well, beautiful car.
Well, thank you.
So we're here with Joe and Charlene Foster, and you've got a 1964. What have we got here? This is a Plymouth?
It's actually a 64 Belvedere.
Belvedere, okay.
Yeah, but I kind of stripped all the chrome off and turned it into a Fury.
I was guessing back and forth what it is.
Yeah, that's what it says on the back there.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't think Belvedere was sexy enough.
So you wanted to get a Plymouth Fury.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the car, Charlene?
Oh, I love the car.
Was it a good investment on your part?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, this is actually a second one. He had a 64 Dodge Polara before, and then he sold it and built this one.
Oh, so you built this kind of from scratch then kind of thing?
I did, yeah. I did all the work in my own garage. In the summertime.
What did you do to it? Tell me a little bit, changing it from a Belvedere to a Fury. What did you do?
Well, I built a rotisserie starting off, and I basically stripped it right down to the body. It's a unibody car, so it's not like it has a frame per se.
Okay.
And
back then, a unibody car, huh?
Oh yeah, they're very common.
Yeah.
So I basically took off everything you could possibly take off, patched the holes. That's about it. Painted it, put it back together. The only thing I didn't do on this car was apply the top coat. I had professionals do that. I thought it wouldn't turn out nice enough in my garage. So.
Yeah, no, it's very nice. So it looks like you've done a little engine work. What have you got going in there?
That's a big block Dodge, a 440. Yeah, it's actually a little bit tired. I've had that motor itself for well over 20 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had that in the Dodge that Charlene spoke of earlier. And it was a decent motor, but I could never get it to really run very good. And then I put those Indy heads on; those are easy ones, and it really woke this car up.
Wow!
Yeah, it was. It went from a high 11-second car to like a high 10-second car.
Oh my goodness! Yeah. So you dropped a whole second in there. That's moving along pretty good.
Yeah.
So you're racing it at Saskatoon, are you?
I have, yeah, and Swift Current. I haven't gone anywhere else other than there. But,
Let's have a look in the inside here. Tell us a little bit what you've done inside with it.
It's literally a tin can with a roll cage in it.
No.
So
what are those seats that you've got in there? The sort of Recaro kind of?
No, they're just race buckets you can get from Summit or Jags or wherever. They're pretty. What do you call it? Cheap.
And what do you got for a transmission? What are you doing with that there?
727 transmission. It's your basic big block transmission automatic.
Is it a reverse shift on that? Or
yep. Yeah, it's a race transmission. It's got a 5300 stall in it.
Ooh, that little lever, what does that do? Is that work with the stall converter, or is that just a shift thing? I just see that little...
That just allows you to get it out of park.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah. Otherwise, you'd be able to slam it from gear to gear, and
Okay.
it's a lock.
So it's a locking parking lot. So Charlene, we were talking about your husband's and your car, but this is your neighbor's car.
This is my neighbor's car from, when I was 10.
10?
When I was 10 years old, we moved in, and this is their car, and she let us take it to my grade 12 grad in 1986.
So when you took it to your grade 12 grad, who drove it?
My date. Unfortunately, I let him drive.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
That wasn't me.
That wasn't him. No, that wasn't him.
You came along a little later, right?
I did, yeah.
So tell me, you were saying a little bit the neighbor hadn't used it for a while, so you kind of helped her out a little bit. What'd you do with it?
Yeah, well, I just, it needed a few things, like a radiator, and the carburetor was not working, so you can still get parts for these cars. That's kind of a glorious thing.
Yeah.
So
what is the engine in this one?
It's got a 273.
273. This is a Chrysler, is it? Or,
Dodge Dart GT.
Oh, Dodge Dart GT. I didn't even look at that. That's a cool car.
It is a very cool car, and a convertible to boot, as you can tell.
I didn't even pay that much attention to it. I looked at it and I thought, oh, this is a Chrysler. We're standing right beside it. I thought it was one of those bigger ones. Dodge Dart GT. That's a nice car.
Yeah, it sure is.
It's got the split bed. It's got the bucket seats in the front and the shifter and everything.
Yeah, if it had a big block, it'd be a GTS, which would make it very desirable.
Yeah, my cousin had one. He had 383 or something like that with a 4-speed, and it was a lot of car.
Yeah.
This is a nice car, though.
Oh.
The owner is actually Joan Wilcox. This is her car.
Okay.
So
you got to take this to your grade 12
I did.
Back
I
in
did.
the day.
Back in the day, yeah.
That would have been
top
good.
down, beautiful day like today. It was a nice car to have.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So.
Oh, you came along and fixed it though. You did the right thing.
Well, like I said, I couldn't stand to just see it sitting there, and she wouldn't drive it because it wasn't really driving very well.
Okay.
So I just did a bunch of stuff, and now it's a nice car, a nice driver.
Yeah, she's very proud.
There'd be a lot of people who want that car.
Yeah, there sure would be.
She's got a son and a son-in-law and 4 grandsons. So I think it's hopefully going to stay in the family.
Oh, you're a hero. You did a good job.
I don't know if I feel like a hero, but I'm glad I could help. That's all. It's just a shame to see it sit.
Well, thanks for sharing that story, Charlotte.
Oh, of course, no problem.
Okay.
Car's worth the share. So.
Yeah. Take care, guys.
You too.
All right,
Thank you.
locations in Saskatchewan, Alberta, and Manitoba, the Capital Auto Group has over 2,500 vehicles to choose from. We take pride in customer service and we don't work on commission. Get your next classic from Capital.